Hiya, Gladys George here, and frankly, I'm shocked that no one has done this absolute masterpiece yet, so yay for me. There's an urban legend that Howard Hawks and Michael Curtiz were having lunch one day in the Warner Brothers commissary and griping about the pictures they'd been assigned. Hawks had Casablanca and Curtiz had Sergeant York, so they decided to swap. It's a cool story, but it's horse crap. For one thing, Sergeant York was in theaters nearly a year before Casablanca even started shooting, and Curtiz had made 3 pictures in the interim. For another, directors couldn't merely trade projects. They've had to go to Jack Warner, and he'd likely have told them to F off. Now, as it turned out, both pictures were massive hits. Still, it couldn't escape notice that a couple of years later, Hawks made a picture that gave us an idea of what Casablanca might have been like had he indeed directed it. Because instead of Ingrid Bergman going, "Oh, Rick, is that cannon fire or is it my heart pounding?" Instead, we get Lauren Bacall watching Bogart carrying a passed out Dolores Moran and cracking, "What are you trying to do? Guess her weight?" I wish I could write dialogue like that. Hawks told his buddy Hemingway that he could make a good movie out of his worst novel, which Papa admitted he wrote quickly because he needed the money. Actually, there's not much of the novel left, but so what? It might be the only movie involving 2 Nobel Prize winners, as one of the screenwriters was William Faulkner, who also needed the money. But when all's said and done, this movie is Howard Hawks' start to finish. And it's the kind of movie you never want to finish.
Ernest Hemingway, soldier of fortune.
Hemingway was the big name here, back in the day when reading literature was actually a thing. So naturally they led with him, making it seem much more like a globe-trotting epic than it actually is. Faulkner, not so much.
Man has a price, and every woman a past, where all barriers are down, and the only law is the law of the Caribbean.
Yep, that's Sheldon Leonard as a gangster. What are the odds? And I doubt it's coincidence that much of that music comes from Casablanca. Yeah, nobody messes with Bogie, see?
Come on, don't been pushing me around long enough.
Originally, Bacall was supposed to be the second femme after Dolores Moran, but Hawks almost immediately realized she was a supernova waiting to explode and built her part up. As usual, he was right. Bacall became a legend and Moran's career went nowhere. 2 years later, she had an unbilled bit in Shemp Howard's Mr. Noisy.
Now, you shouldn't have come up here. It's too much of a chance. I told you downstairs I can't take
I
you.
didn't come up for that. I'm sorry for the way I've acted.
Oh, you're not sorry at all. You're just sorry because you made a fool out of yourself.
Here comes one of my favorite lines.
That broke as easy as you will. You're both going to take a beating till someone uses that phone. That means one of you's going to take a beating for nothing, and I don't care which one it is.
And this is a scene everybody remembers. Whether the punchline was intentionally left off is a question that will never be answered, but doesn't really matter. Hard to believe Bacall was only 19 when she made this. She sure seems like she's been around the block more than a few times, and you can see why she and Bogie hit it off immediately.
It's even better when you help.
Stand by that wheel. Wait a minute.
Poor Walter Brennan, second billing, and he's barely in this trailer. I guess 3 Oscars didn't count for much back then. To Have and Have Not was remade 3 times, by Curtiz as the breaking point, more faithful to the novel, by Don Siegel as the Gunrunners, and believe it or not, as an episode of Cheyenne. But when all's said and done, this is primo Howard Hawks, leading directly to the big sleep, and a must-see for anyone who claims to love movies. And if you don't love Hawks, you don't love movies. But at least Warner's was thoughtful enough to give him the final card.